bro, look at you. You're so smart. You're talented. You have so much potential. And yet, you're squandering your talents. You waste every single day. And at the end of it, you tell yourself, oh, tomorrow I'm going to start. You feel disgusted at yourself. You lose so much trust. But you still have this superiority. You still think you're above everyone else because you're more intelligent. But look at you, man. You're living the exact same life as everybody else. Same habits, same mindset. You might be slightly better, yeah. You might be more consistent in the gym. You might be eating a little bit better. You might read self-improvement books or watch videos. But you still have the exact same results. Does that not embarrass you? That you have all of this ambition, this life force within you, and yet you're just letting it go to waste. Bro, I've been there too. It was brutal. I would lie awake late into the night with my mind just churning, tormenting me about the man I know I have to become versus who I am now, and the gap. And honestly, at some points, I didn't even believe that I had what it took to get myself out, to change my situation. Because it's been years. I've literally squandered away so much of my potential throughout pretty much my whole life, right? I was a very talented, very smart kid growing up. I got excellent grades in school, but with a kicker. I didn't have to try. I could just roll up, no revision, ace the test, and smirk around at all of these nerds who studied and still got worse results than me. And what did that teach me, right? Taught me that I could get by with no effort. Terrible lesson to learn, because life does not work that way, does it? And because of this lesson and the way I was brought up, you know, by a role model who wasn't quite a role model, I had a very weak and frail mindset. Very, very weak, very frail. Such that I was right on the trajectory of becoming one of those burnout losers who completely wastes his life, and everybody is scratching their head wondering what happened to him. He's so bright, he had so much potential, he's completely wasted it. That was exactly the path that I was hurtling towards, because even after I finished school, I became even more of a degenerate loser. I took this poor work ethic, this ease at life, this sort of arrogance that, yeah, I can get away with very little and still get what I want, and I became a weed smoking loser, a marijuana addict, you could say. I burned away a massive chunk of my life, damn near 7 years into this disgusting habit. I got kicked out of my first college. I dropped out of my second because I just didn't have any semblance of work ethic, any drive, any dedication to do anything but chase comfort and pleasure. I was literally getting fired or quitting every single job I had, just disappointing my parents more and more every single day. I was disappointing myself every single day, but guess what? Because I was smoking weed and coping with comfort, I was okay with it. And because I was living so far away from my potential and putting in such little effort towards any kind of goal, I was the complete butt of the joke. Nobody would take me seriously, because why would they, right? I would literally get mocked by my weed smoking loser friends. I would get bullied by my nerdy IT office co-workers. I was literally the bottom of the food chain, because of how much I was wasting my potential. Because people can feel that energy, man. People can feel just how much of a gap there is between the words you say and the actions you take. And nobody realizes this consciously, right? People can just smell the BS. They might not even realize what it is, but they see that weakness, right? Because it's a massive weakness within you, and they use it to take advantage of you. So that's what happened. I got absolutely massacred, bullied by the world around me, made a complete victim in any situation I was in. Obviously deluding myself that it wasn't that bad, it was just banter, it was just fun. But man, it really was a hopeless situation. I honestly reached a point where I didn't believe that I even had what it took to change my life. I didn't believe that I could ever become someone worthy of respect. Well, now everywhere I go, I get just immediate respect and admiration. People tell me I'm inspiring. I get compliments all day. Quite honestly, I'm desensitized to them, unless it's from obviously a hot girl, then that always slaps. But point being is the world has started to respect me because I now respect myself. Now I'm starting to live to a fraction of my potential. But now there's a new problem, right? Now, because my standards are going up for how I act and how I operate, if I don't hold myself to them, it fucking stings, man. Whenever I spend a day and I look back at it and think, man, I wasted those few hours, I didn't get done what I needed to get done, I wasn't as effective as I could be, it hurts, man, because there's this feeling of agitation within me that I'm wasting so much time. It's because I've wasted years, and I want to make up for it. And all of this wasted time, it adds up, right? I'm onto something, because we're not gonna be alive forever, right? We only have a finite amount of time left, and it's gonna go quicker than you think, trust me. Every single year you get older feels faster because it's been proportionally less time that you've been alive, right? It's gonna go by in the blink of an eye, and you're gonna think, what the fuck have I done? Look around. What have I accomplished? What's the world gonna remember me by? At my funeral, there's gonna be people talking. What are they gonna be talking about? Right? Obviously, you're not gonna be alive, you're not gonna be there to hear them, but it's a good thing to think about. What kind of impact do you want to leave? Because, bro, time is ticking. And you're still wasting away your potential. As am I. I'm not even a fraction of who I need to become in order to achieve my big goals. That's on me. I wasted years. I have so much mental reprogramming to do. All of this chaos that I'm experiencing right now, it's all residual. It's all deep-rooted. Childhood trauma, all of that stuff. You can blame it on that, but is blaming gonna do anything? Fuck no. Have to work through it immediately. This puts us at a disadvantage, right? Because we've been wasting so much of our potential, we're up against absolute savages. We're up against killers who, literally, the moment they came out of the womb, they were on their freaking laptop, they were cold calling leads, they were on it, mate. They were executing with speed. So that's exactly what you have to do today, brother. That one thing that you know is in the back of your mind that is like, fuck, it's a daunting task. That's what you need to do. For me, that was making this video. You know, all of the rest of my habits, they're pretty much on autopilot now. The way I eat, the way I train, you know, I still have things I need to add, you know, stuff that helps me calm the chaos within. such as meditation, centering myself, moving through the day with intent and focus. But what does it matter, right? What does it matter unless it's targeted towards a goal that means everything to you? For example, I'm working towards becoming successful. I'm not there yet. I'm not rich. I'm not well off. I'm not even close. I still have an absolute mountain to climb. But the money in my bank account is not the only metric that I judge success by. I see success as being physically pristine, mentally mastered, in complete control of your emotions, able to build connections, communicate well, give true impact to the world around you, be a positive source of energy. I believe that's success, and as a byproduct of doing all those things, money will flow. I can't speak on that because, the money has not started flowing to me yet. It's only a matter of time, though. It's only a matter of time. Thing is, though, I do have some credibility, you could say, in these other areas that I discussed. I'm just figuring out what's the best way to share it with you. So, brother, I made a very specific video talking to a very specific man. That's you, man. If you relate to this, reach out to me. Let's have a chat. I want to know what you're struggling with the most so I can tailor my approach to start making content that actually helps you out more. Because right now, it's been a bit chaotic, it's been a bit messy. I've sort of lost the plot a bit since I got out here to Thailand. Too much freedom, too much chaos. So let's help each other. You help me get back on track mentally with focus, and I'll help you get back on track with any problems that you think I've overcome, such as physical, mental. Doesn't matter, man. If you think I'm valuable, let's talk, man. Let's talk. DMs are open.